Hello there, Leo. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you your monthly reading, and this is going to be for the month of October 2021. And as we get started here, as always, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button below and the bell so that you're in the know of all of the new amazing content as it is released, so that you don't miss a beat, of course. And as always, as I step into your energy, just to let you know, of course, I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck. That's just the deck that's my go-to deck. It's my favorite deck. It's what I typically do, unless I'm doing love readings or other things. I tend to add in some other stuff. But so as I step into your energy, Leo, here, first and foremost, I just feel that this month is going to be one where it's almost as if there's going to be a reckoning of some sort, right? Where you're going to just get in touch with your inner power, and you're going to be channeling this inner energy of knowing that you have it within you to accomplish whatever it is that you set your mind to. And you're going to let others know, like, man, I'm not even playing anymore. And so I just love that for you. So as always, we step into the first week of October here with the 1st through the 9th. We have the Four of Cups with the Knight of Wands. These two actually came out together, so they were paired up. And midweek there we have the Lovers card. And then as we round out that week, we actually have 3 cards that came out together. We have the Ace of Wands with the Three of Cups with the Two of Swords. So definitely feeling like there's going to be a point in time where you have to make a decision. It doesn't necessarily have to be at this point in time, like at the beginning of the month here. I actually feel that carrying over into the 2nd week, maybe even into the 3rd week. It's just an energy that kind of lingers with you, throughout this whole month here, Leo, okay? So what I feel with this is, I feel like there is some acts of desperation on behalf of another. So someone is coming at you, they're being a little bit savage, right? Where it's almost like they're declaring war on you, where they have acted out of desperation, they're acting like a fool, they're really like putting a lot on you, and you are just overwhelmed, you're frustrated, you're tired. This is something that's like maybe been building over a course of quite a bit of time, and this person is looking to just place all of the blame on you. The word scapegoat is coming through, okay? This is really what I'm feeling with that. They needed somebody to blame, right? Because if they are really looking within themselves and they're taking accountability, then they're not going to blame anybody. They're going to be working through those emotions, and it's easier at this point in time for them to deal with things emotionally by looking for a scapegoat. And so they are looking for a scapegoat. And so in some aspects, I feel as though you're just so tired that you almost have totally surrendered and like given up, so to speak. I don't want to say that you've given up, where you're just tired of putting energy into that, to fighting with this person, to not necessarily like argue with this person, but you are always constantly having to defend yourself with this person or make your stance clear, and you're just tired of doing that. And so there's a need for transparency, I think, throughout all of this, but it's not necessarily on your behalf. I think it's more on their behalf. I think you've been very clear where you stand, and I'm getting chills with that, and it's overwhelming now, the need for this person to do that, because if they are not going to step forward and take accountability for their actions and for their emotions and their own well-being, right, it's going to be coming to a point where you're going to have to decide, is this worth my time and effort, and can this person remain in my life? That's really what I'm feeling. I feel like this person's going to at some point need to kind of radiate out of your existence. I feel you have grown past this. The word obsolete is coming through. I feel as though, spending time with this person now, you feel out of, I don't want to say out of character, but you feel like out of place, because you feel like this is something that I grew out of a long time ago, and now for me to sit in this energy where somebody is constantly putting the blame on somebody else instead of being an adult about things, it's too much for you. I feel as though maybe this person has even lied to you, like lies by omission, right? Like by not telling you things, and then you just find out about it as time goes on, and so you're frustrated. And I feel, I mean, when things are good, right, with this person. And so I think that that's part of what keeps you there, what has allowed you to stay in this situation. But I think that you also recognize that the other hand of this is when it's bad, it's really bad. And so, you're starting to take a step back and look at the bigger picture, the grand design of it all. And you have to really understand that you have to put your own heart first, and you got to look where your heart is. And so looking at the heart of things, I hear these lyrics to this song, have a little bit of heart and soul and a little bit of love to grow lyrics. And so I think that that just signifies here where you're willing to put your energy and your time, because you want to put your heart and love and energy into something that's willing to grow with you and can really nourish you and nurture you as well. So that's really what I'm feeling for the first week here, Leo, of October. Moving into the second week, the 10th through the 16th, we have the Emperor. A little bit of a domineering type energy, right, that comes in with that. But this is actually something you're going to be using to your advantage this week, so let me get into that. We have the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Wands, 2 sevens, right? And the Moon card as you get toward the 16th, okay? A little bit of secrets perhaps being exposed, okay? So what I feel with this is there's a little bit of grandiosity on the part of somebody. I feel as though somebody has kind of overestimated their importance in your life, where they have felt like, well, this person is never going to cut me out of their life. I feel this is a friendship for someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic thing, but I feel that this could also be a friendship for somebody as well. So I just want to put that out there. I feel like they've miscalculated their importance. Like, this person's never going to cut me out of their life. And so part of that has been where those boundaries have been crossed. They feel that they can do those things and that they won't lose you, or there will be no repercussions for crossing your boundaries. And so I think that there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes, and it's some things that you're not aware of with that Seven of Swords, right? Those are the things that are happening. Now that could be the manipulative energy, that could be some lies kind of coming in, right? That's that lies by omission, right? And so I feel as though, you're with the Emperor there, you're really going to be taking back control of things, right? You're going to be taking the reins on things. And, you might not feel like you're taking the reins back on things, because you're going to be looking around you, you're going to see like, man, this, like, everything seems like it's in shambles. Things are scattered. The energy might feel completely scattered. You might feel out of sorts. But it's time for you to rebuild things and understand with that Seven of Cups that you have options, right? So this person might be, if it's in a romantic sense, playing the field, you also have options, and now you're beginning to understand that. Because despite what it looks like, I think, through all of this, you're going to be looking for your center point. You're going to be looking for things to ground you, to really help you to get through this. And I think that, information might be divulged to you this week that will be helpful in you making a key decision moving forward and going forward. And I do feel as though it's almost like a leveling up, it will be very indicative. There will be a certain event or a certain conversation, something to that effect, that will be like a marking moment, a defining moment, right? Where on your path that you will like forever see things differently. Your perspective will completely change, or you will like completely change your path, or or you will just know. You'll stand in your truth. You'll stand in your knowing. You're just going to know that this is what I need to do, or this is not for me. Something to that effect. So just be mindful as things play out this week that those are some things that could be happening around you that will help you to clarify things on your path. And I think that that's really orchestrated from Spirit to help to guide you on that path, right, of what is for your highest and best. So moving into the 17th through the 23rd, we have the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Okay. And then we have the 2 of Wands comes out with that, looking out into the world. The whole world is in your hands. What's happening? 6 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. Okay. So really seeing that you can be victorious through all of this, because you can. This is where you start to stand in your power this week. I love that. So, really feel with this that the eight of Swords there, where you're blindfolded and all these swords around you, that's really our mental barriers, right? These are barriers that we've placed on ourselves. So these are barriers that you've placed on yourself, where they were insinuated, right? They weren't necessarily fact. And in fact, you have no information around you kind of supporting that you have these barriers. This is just something you've always taken for granted. You've always just felt this is what's happening. Maybe it's a belief system you bought into. And so now they're going to start to dissolve around you. You're going to see that blindfold just completely drops, and you realize that was never true. And it's not going to happen out of nowhere, okay? I feel as though it's going to come in part of letting go. I say letting go of the control of the outcome, letting go of your past. I feel that past events have kind of led to some of these beliefs. So inevitably, you're going to be letting your guard down as you dissolve some of these beliefs and start to challenge some of these beliefs that you've held near and dear to your heart and felt to be true, or felt to be true for you. You're going to start looking for evidence to support that. And when you're not finding that evidence, you're going to realize that this all is an illusion. And so it will all start to crumble around you, and you realize that there's really nothing keeping you in place, that you really have the ability to move past that. And so that's where that 10 of Swords comes in. It's the end of a cycle, an end of a cycle of thinking, an end of a cycle of patterns that you keep repeating, right? As you move past those it's an emotional blockade, I feel, right? That you've been in. It will all start to fall away, and it's almost like the energy feels so light with this, by the way. I feel as though you're going to be stepping forward so swiftly and quickly and easily, and the energy just feels so much lighter for you. I think that it's going to be really like breaking barriers from like generational curses, things that you've been holding that you weren't even aware of, like maybe in your subconscious. And so there could also be clarity that comes in through conversation with the 8 of Wands as well. And I feel, you're going to be really ushered into this next phase of your life. It's going to be really opening you up to new energy. So Spirit's advice here for you this week is to really relish the moment, okay? And when I'm saying like savor the moment, relish the moment, what that moment they're wanting you to really embrace is you're starting to see that you have so much independence available to you. You can do anything with that 2 of Wands. The world literally is in your hands, and you can start to mold and shape your life into what you want it to be based on your thoughts creating your reality and taking these action steps as you feel guided, and you're going to start to see things fall into place for you as Spirit works with you in co-creating this beautiful reality as a result of you leaving the past in the past and dropping these barriers that have just been keeping you held in place. And so you're letting go of these things that you feel have held you back, right? These thoughts, that you have had, and it's going to completely change your life, right? And I love that. Okay, you're stepping into your power. This is your reckoning moment, right? And so then moving into the 24th through the 31st, we have the Ace of Pentacles, divine gifts, right? Beautiful blessings. The Fool, new journey, new beginnings. And Two of Cups. Now, when I look at these, what I really feel with this is that you aren't just going to take a leap of faith like this. Okay, Spirit wants you to, right? Spirit wants you to jump in and know that the parachute will catch you when you jump into that new adventure, right? And you jump off that cliff, the parachute will catch you. However, I feel like you're going to be gradually stepping into your new journey. You're going to be a little bit resistant at first because it is going to require a leap of faith. What I mean by the leap of faith is you will not see the benefit of taking these action steps until you're in it. So you will feel guided to do something, even though you may not necessarily know exactly how it's all going to work out, right? And so again, that's letting go of the control of the outcome. And so you'll feel guided to do something, and if you follow that intuition, because Spirit never leads us on the wrong path, you will find that on the other side of that, things will work out. Even if you were concerned that they weren't going to work out, things will fall into place, and things will lead you down your most magical path for your highest and best. And so whatever you're feeling like you need to take a leap of faith on, whether it is getting a bigger apartment, whether it is taking a new job, whatever you're feeling your intuition kind of nudging you toward at this point in time, maybe start to take some action steps toward that. Whether you need to go look at an apartment, maybe you feel called to go look at a certain neighborhood and you'll find something for rent, or maybe you feel called to put an application in. Even if somebody isn't hiring, you'll find that maybe something will work out because you're supposed to be taking those steps and you're supposed to be in those places, right? So, I feel what this is too with that Two of Cups is things are going to be like fair and balanced, right, is coming right out for you. I feel as though where you kind of held yourself back based on some of these past beliefs and things like that, things are going to start to work out where you're almost like leveling the playing field for yourself in terms of opportunities that are going to present themselves to you, right? And so you're going to feel like you can conquer the world. You can start to do things that you never thought that you could do, and you're going to see things show up for you in amazing and miraculous ways. And so just be open to that. Know that it's right. I feel like when you do start to following the intuition and the leap of faith, I feel like you're going to know that it's right, even though you're not sure how it's going to work out. You're just going to have a feeling like this is the right path for me. And so then that's where you're going to feel like it's okay to take these action steps, and it's okay to accept this, and it's okay to do this. You'll feel guided. So just pay attention to your intuition and how that speaks to you, how it speaks to you, how it feels in your body, and how you're seeing signs maybe from Spirit, whether you're seeing angel numbers, things like that. Pay attention to those things. So overall advice here for Leo for the month of October, we have the Chariot. So what I feel with this is, don't be afraid to delve into something new. This is definitely ushering you into your new era of things and moving forward. And I think that this is really attesting to you overcoming struggle with focused will and focused intention. So state your intentions. Don't be afraid to be clear about that, and don't be afraid to ask Spirit for help when you need it. So beautiful message here for you, Leo, for October. I do so hope that this resonates for you. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up at the Square Sky in the description box below here on YouTube, or if you're catching me on the Facebook, it's posted at the top of the page, or at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. As always, I'll be back with another read for you guys again soon, and I hope you have a phenomenal evening, everybody. Take care.